it's Tipsy Tuesday, and here's your tip today. Guys, today we're talking about history and how important history is when it comes to real estate, especially the home that you like. You know, just like a lot of world history, we can learn a lot from the past that'll help us avoid some heartbreak down the road. And in real estate, that certainly holds true. Here are some prime examples. So when I look at a property for a client, or they ask me, Julian, you got to look at this home. For one of the first things I do is I look at the history because I can learn a lot from not only that home, but maybe the seller and tendencies of the seller. Here's what I mean. So recently I was looking at a property and I noticed that the home was bought by the seller only in the fall of 2022. And now they're trying to sell it in the summer, was selling it in the summer of 2023. A lot of times what that means to me, an indication to me or a lot of brokers, is that it's a flip. So what I'll do is I'll look at the previous pictures of the last time it was sold of that property and I'll compare it to the current pictures. And in this case, I could see that the house, didn't look the same. The yard was, really beat up back in the fall of 2022. So the seller, who's selling now, when he purchased it in the fall of 2022, fixed the gardening, did a cleaning, a thorough cleaning of the house. They painted the cabinets of the kitchen. So they did a lot of things to put it back on the market as quick as they can. Remember, these are flippers to sell it and make it a good profit. There's nothing wrong with that, flipping. But a lot of times when you deal with flippers, what they do is they cut corners, maybe not put the best material out there to make it look nice, put lipstick on a pig to sell it. Now, not all flippers do that, but a lot of times, kind of make it look nice and sell it. So when I go look at the home, or with my buyers, we look at the home, I remember what the house looked like back 8 months ago and compare it to what it looks now. Now, another good thing to look at the history is that you could see if the home has been on and off the market several times. In other words, if they've accepted offers in the past. And in this case, we saw that the home had been on the market, accepted an offer after the home had been on the market for a month, and then it went pending inspection. Then went it back on the market. And then a week later, offer was accepted. It went pending inspection, didn't go through that phase, and went back on the market. To me, that's a little bit of a red flag. I think it's several things. It could be that the buyer had gotten cold feet, but when it happens 2 times, it went to pending and then went back active, that's a red flag to me. There's something. There could be something wrong with that house, so I'll double check. And one of the most important things to look at a history, guys, in the case of my buyers here that could help you guys out save money, is that the home that we were looking at was listed for $600,000, right? And then 3 days later, it was up at $630,000. Looking at the history, about 2 months ago, they had on the market for $630,000. Didn't sell after several weeks. They went to $600,000. Didn't sell for like a week. They took it off the market. Went back up to $630,000, and now it's at $600,000. And they went up to $630,000. So off and on. But the important thing here is that I saw that it was at $600,000. So what that tells me is that even though it's at $630,000 right now, 2 times the seller had it at $600,000. I know that's as low, well, maybe not as low as they could go, but they're willing to go down to $600,000. So knowing that, when I'm negotiating, why would I go up to the seller, or why would my buyer go to the seller, hey, we'll offer $610,000. Now, if I hadn't seen the history, then I had no idea that they'd be able to go to $600,000. But now we know, and that's a good starting point to go at $600,000. I don't care what the seller says to me, saying, no, we can't go to $600,000. Well, you already showed that you were willing to do it twice. Guys, again, check out that history. It's very important. Not only knowing so much about the property, but knowing all those facts could save you not only a lot of headaches, but in that case, in the case that I showed you about $630,000, $630,000, could save you a lot of money. And that's your tip for this Tipsy Tuesday. Saturday.